Yip-de-doo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Had a lovely night last night with two fine gentlemen from the industry. Had dinner, and good things could be happening around here. Okay, we're always working. There's always stuff going on behind the scenes at Lenny'sFantasySports.com. Welcome aboard, everybody, on a lovely Friday morning. So there you go. We got a lot to talk about. We have two new prospects. We thought last week was a big week for prospects, and it really was. But right now, we've got two new ones coming back this weekend. It never ends. But remember, all right, always when you talk about prospects, it's always a rookie is a rookie is a rookie. Welcome aboard, everybody, on a lovely Monday morning. Nice to see you all in the chat room. Hope all is well. Take your seats. 'Tis Friday and the whole thing. And away we go. So let's get right to it with arguably the toughest. I mean, there is every year we talk about all the strange things that are going on in Major League Baseball. Every year it's a crazy year, but yeah, I'm really thinking that to think that Washington and Miami have the same amount of losses at this point during the year, that blows me away. That's got to be one of the all-time strangest. I know it's a quarter of the at the quarter mark, and that could change. But and along with that, who would have thought at the beginning of the year, with Philadelphia and Washington, with Scherzer and Strasburg and Corbin and the Mets with Syndergaard and their cast and that the Marlins pitching staff would have allowed the fewest runs in the National League East. How about that? How about that? So, unbelievable. Washington and the Nationals are equal in the amount of losses, and the Marlins staff has allowed the fewest runs in that very competitive National League East. How about that? And so, all right, let's just open it up with a little thought question here. Little thought question, okay? Get your pens, pencils, and bloody fingers ready, as here we go. There are only two Major League Baseball teams that have never reached the World Series. Okay, this is a doable question. There are two of the Major League Baseball teams that have never reached the World Series. Who are they, okay? Who are those two teams that have never reached the World Series? Anybody want to give that one? All right, yeah, Giolito, he looks pretty good. Got to give my serious producer, Bennett Carroll, who has been on the Giolito bandwagon for longer than anybody, okay? Good morning to the Beach Bum and Greg and Cam and DK Lush and the Donkey Yoki. Good morning to Easy Kill and Jimmy Ross. Good morning to you all. Good morning to Phil is here. Phil Chaplin, Timothy My Hooker, Unholy Toledo and White Sox Al. The two teams that have never gone to a World Series, okay? Arizona, hasn't Arizona gone to a World Series? Yeah, one of them is Seattle and the other one is Washington. Seattle, yeah, I don't know, did the D-backs go to a World Series? Maybe this is wrong. Okay? So, I got this off of Twitter. There are only the Washington Nationals and the Mariners. Okay, Toronto had racked up 2 titles by 1993, but anyway, you got Peter Alonso, better known as Pete. You got Paddock. You got Soraka. Now that's going to be my Facebook question on Sunday. That's going to be our Twitter question on Sunday as well. We're going to have a poll on Sunday for our show. Alonso, Paddock, Soraka, should we be putting Austin Riley when we ask the question, who will be the fantasy rookie of the year in the National League? And it's not going to be Lou Landers. Good morning, Lou. Alonso, Paddock, Soraka, should we add Austin Riley, who hit his 4th home run in his 8th Major League game? Okay? So that's the question. Should we be adding? Yeah, the Diamondbacks won in 2001. There you go. Thank you, Unholy Toledo. The point is, Alonso, Paddock, Soroka, that's a given. That'll be a big race. Are we ready to put Austin Riley in? Who's going to be the MVP in the National League, fantasy-wise? Christian Yelich, right? Is it going to be Cody Bellinger, or is it going to be Josh Bell? Who's the fantasy MVP? Who's the fantasy rookie of the year? Okay, and look, we can put Alonso in there as well, right? We could have Alonso, Paddock, Riley, and Soroka. 5 Rookie of the Year candidates. Pretty good. By the way, for all of you Aaron Althea fans, and I'm one of them, they lost San Francisco, put him on waivers. They thought for sure that he would clear waivers. Well, he didn't. And you know who got him? The Mets. Good for those Mets. I'm telling you, I think he may have some NL-only value left in him. And, of course, the Blue Jays are bringing up Lourdes Gurriel and Kayvon Biggio tomorrow. Now, Vladimir Guerrero and Craig Biggio played on the same Major League Baseball team. They played in the same game against each other 39 times. That's Vlad Sr. and Biggio Sr. And, of course, as opponents, now their sons, Vlad Jr. and Kayvon, will play on the same team at the Major League Baseball level. They've already done that in the minor leagues in the past couple of years. So it's really pretty good. And, of course, the New York Mets have announced that Cespedes will undergo surgery, or he's undergone it, and they say that his season will end. My question is, I say his season does not end. Okay? Does anybody agree with me on that? And I'll prove it to you. His season cannot end. Okay? There's a reason for it. Anybody want to know why? Okay? The reason why is that in order to end, you have to start. You can't have an ending without a start. And the season never started. So as a result, that's bulldinky and poppycock. His season will never end. All right, let's go around the horn. We don't have any special order today. National League, American League, never started. Cam is right. His season never started. How can it end? In Arizona, now here's the thing. We all know about Kayvon Biggio being promoted. What about the Diamondbacks on the verge of promoting AAA Reno slugger Kevin Cron? And that could help provide a lift to their struggling offense. He's going to be meeting the team in San Francisco, where they're opening a 3-game series against the Giants. And it's not a certainty yet, but it seems likely that he will make his Major League debut this week in San Francisco. He's 26. He's put up some tremendous numbers in Reno. Very hitter's ballpark, okay? He leads all of professional baseball with 21 homers. He's batting .339, .437 on-base percentage, and he has hit at least 22 home runs in each of his previous 4 seasons in full years of minor league baseball. So this kid Cron, that's right. According to Jimmy Ross, he's the younger brother of the CJ, right? So he was the Diamondbacks Player of the Month in April. He hit .352. So where does he fit? He could steal at bats from Christian Walker with Jake Lamb having a little setback. They stopped his running program, and Lamb is not a big favorite here in Arizona as well. Christian Walker, who was ever so hot, he's in his past 15 games, he's batting .148, with 22 strikeouts and 60 plate appearances. So here we got the Diamondbacks, an offense that's been hot, it's been cold. Right now it's ice cold. They've scored 3 runs or less in 11 of their past 16 games, and they're hitting .216 as a team. They've scored 2 runs or less in 4 games in a row. Good morning to Chris Gallo, who has joined the fray. Nice to see you there, Chrissy. Okay, there you go. Real Double A is here. Can't do a show without Real Double A. So the Diamondbacks have lost 5. They're 25-25 on the year. Entering play on Thursday, the Diamondbacks were tied for second in the National League with 23 quality starts. 6 innings, no more than 3 runs. but they've established, their hitting has been hot and cold, but they're remarkable that their rotation has been so consistent. They've turned over 3/5 of their starting staffs, and within the National League entering Thursday, they ranked 6th in ERA, 4th in strikeouts, okay? And prior to Kelly, this kid, Merrill Kelly, start on Wednesday, the Diamondbacks ranked 4th in starter ERA, 3.8. And Greinke certainly could be a very big factor. Okay, 6-2 with a 2.89 ERA. Took the loss on Tuesday at San Diego. Could be making his 6th All-Star team. Look, Weaver has done a good job. Wasn't successful last year with the Cardinals. Robbie Ray's he's been good. He hasn't been great. 3.2 ERA. He has recorded outs in the 6th inning in just 5 of his 10 starts, so he has not yet recorded an out in the 7th inning this year. That's the big problem with Robbie Ray. So we'll see about that. Got a lot of stuff going on here. All right, so Greinke, I'll tell you something. His numbers make him an enticing trade candidate ahead of the July 31st Major League Baseball trade deadline, especially when you think that the Diamondbacks, who've lost 5 games in a row, continue to struggle. And they're currently 7 games behind the Dodgers. So where do you think Greinke could wind up? All right? And if money was no object, Greinke would lead the list. But he may not have the same blazing fastball. He's almost, if you want to comp to the way Greinke is pitching now, you'd say maybe Greg Maddux, all right? 6-1 with a 2.12 ERA since opening day. His final 3 years of his original 6-year, $206 million contract. Here's the problem: they pay him $31.5 million this year, $32 million next year, and $32 million in 2021. The remaining contract is deferred, so there's only a few teams who can swallow the contract in its entirety. And certainly only a few teams willing to provide prize prospects to go along with the huge paycheck. Some settlement could be made, but Greinke to the Dodgers, there you go. Could be. Cha-Cha is here. Good morning to the great Cha-Cha. Jay Bass, nice to see you, Jay. Jay Bass has joined us. So, interesting to see that trading deadline. Atlanta played San Francisco yesterday, and with his 8th inning home run, Austin Riley became the first Braves player in the last 111 years. That's a long time. I didn't even see that one. To hit 5 homers in his first 9 career games, just the 9th player to do so in all of Major League Baseball. 14 of Austin Riley's 20 career batted balls have been hard hit. Are you kidding me? 70%. That's crazy. The only player with a higher hard hit rate in that span with a minimum of 10 batted balls was Josh Bell, 76%. Okay? So Riley hit a game-tying home run in the 8th. Then he drove in the go-ahead run in the 13th with a 2-out single. It was off of somebody named Reyes Maranta. And he put the Braves in front 5-4 over San Francisco. Now, Riley has reached 5 career home runs in the fewest games of any Brave player with his game-tying shot in the 8th. The Braves were hitting a homer every 17.1 at-bats in the series entering Thursday. And for context, they did so 1 every 45 at-bats in previous experiences at Oracle Park. That was their lowest mark among all National League ballparks. So they're really starting to kill it. Kevin Gausman gave way to Sean Newcomb, who's been excellent since he's gone from starter to reliever. Pinch hitter Tyler Austin took him deep on a changeup right down the middle. I mean, that was like hitting off a tee, and that was the first damage done against Newcomb in 9 relief appearances, covering 8 2/3 innings. Newcomb has become I'm hoping he becomes the closer, but more and more you got to believe. I mean, this Craig Kimbrell thing is going to be fascinating.